All right, so you're already looking at this picture, thinking in your head like, wait, that's not Hoonigan. What's going on here? Well, it's not. We're in my shop. Welcome to the Josh Mason shop. Today, we're gonna work on my Mustang. And the reason we're gonna work on my Mustang, excuse me, is because during the Drift League round 3, we had a little bit of an accident. I lost steering upon initiation in turn 1 at Irwindale. And that is a very fast turn. I mean, we're doing 70 to 80 mile an hour plus entries. It wasn't the power steering pump. It wasn't the power steering rack. It actually was the factory steering shaft here, that this piece is on like a slip joint. So this can move in and out. The car gets hit from the front. The steering wheel doesn't get shoved up into your chest. So this is like a safety deal. Well, this dislodged, and this joint, the U-joint here, got shoved up into this hole in this little crevice right here where my finger is, and it jammed the steering. And when it jammed the steering, wheels won't turn. Well, when they won't turn at 70 plus, 80 plus miles an hour in turn 1 sideways, that sucks. So we tagged this back corner here, and like from the outside, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, you look at that and you go, wow, like it's probably just a taillight. But when you really start looking at it, we, smashed up the bash bar. We smashed up the fuel cell. Fuel cell's all smashed up. Radiator's all pushed out of whack. We measured the wheelbase on the passenger side, and we measured the wheelbase on the driver's side, and it's a 3/16 of an inch difference. Well, that's a whole lot, and it's a whole lot I don't like. So the plan of attack today, get the body panels off the car, do a little bit more of an inspection, and kind of get a little bit of a plan what we're gonna do. Jack up the car, or what am I saying? I gotta lift here. Lift the car up, square up the chassis, make sure everything's good there and everything's good there. We can move forward with, we're gonna cut this whole tube rear off, and I'm gonna start over. I'm not gonna start over on it today, but at least my plan is to get everything off the car that's crooked. So I'm gonna get off the camera and I'm gonna get to work. Now that we know the structural end of the car is pretty good, we're gonna square it up. And to square it up, we need to figure out why the passenger side is a 3/16 of an inch longer, or the driver's side is a 3/16 of an inch shorter. I'm thinking that the driver's side is a 3/16 of an inch shorter because that's the side that took the hit. How we figure that out, we use the car, the plumb bob, and the ground. We place the plumb bob in a place like, see it hangs on the string like this? We put it to a location. Say I think it's the car's in neutral. Okay, well whatever, we're gonna have to pretend here. We put the string, like say right here on center of the hub, and then we let this plumb bob go all the way down to the ground to where it hits the ground, right? Now it's touching the ground, we're gonna let it settle. Once we let it settle on the ground, then where that plumb bob goes to the ground, we make a mark. And we basically mark it all out on the ground. So now we're using our ground is kind of like our location. So we're gonna mark all our location points. And then we'll come over and I'll do it on this side. And I'll mark, this center of the hub to the ground. And then also the front wheels. Well, that was a little bit of a workout to get straight or figure out like what was what. Obviously you see me like measure things like 3 or 4 times, but that's what it takes. The rear end straight, we can move forward with that. The chassis looks good, there's no cracks, all the spot welds look good, the frame's good. I think I can start cutting this apart. So fuel cell, fuel pump, radiator, it's coming out. All this stuff weighs like a bunch too. Like when you pick it up, I mean, it's pretty stout. All of it really is. Then you look at the car and it's just like, whoa, it's all gone. Look at that. Completely gone, fresh and ready to start over. I'm gonna leave these. I was gonna cut them here, but I'm gonna leave these because this locates my trunk and the Zeus tabs for the Zeus buttons are already on there. So we're gonna leave that there. I'm definitely gonna cut this tube further back into here, kind of get rid of this excess on both sides. We're not gonna do, on the next one, I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm not gonna run the tubes down there. It's kind of unnecessary. All the rigidity on this type of a suspension is all up front. So it's really, literally it's unnecessary. My tubes for the cage already run down to the floor in that section anyways. Gonna clean these ends up so I can start plating and building the rest of the rear tube structure. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do for a design just yet. I don't know if I'm gonna do the square tube like I did before, or I'm gonna kind of say screw it and just do round tube. This time I'm definitely gonna focus way more on saving weight and making more of a crushable structure. I ordered a new fuel cell. It's gonna get the same exact fuel cell that was in it. Same thing with the radiator. The radiator is going to stay the exact same, just a new radiator. I'm going to leave, I might move the radiator, we'll see if I have time, but round 4 is coming up real fast, which is September 28th. That's in like another couple of weeks. So I'm also like under the gun here. The fuel cell I'm going to put in the same exact location, but this time I think I'm going to do a combination of like steel components and aluminum stuff. I like messing with aluminum. Might do the aluminum structure to hold the trunk, but I'm not gonna talk about it too much just yet. I think I'm gonna save that for the next video. Maybe I can draw something out, show you guys like the plan. But as of right now, I gotta get some material. I don't have the material just yet. Now that this is all cut, I can kind of start visualizing, seeing what I'm going to do. I'm a little tired. I've been working on this all day. I want to go home. I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I hope you guys enjoyed me cutting up see, I'm tired. I hope you enjoyed me cutting up my Mustang and just seeing my shop shenanigans at my shop. So on to the next video.